Have you ever promised yourself, tomorrow I'll finally become disciplined, only to wake up the next morning and do the exact opposite? You tell yourself you'll wake up early. You hit snooze. You'll start working out. You stay on the couch. You'll stop scrolling. Somehow, it's midnight, and you're still watching videos you don't even care about. Here's the question. What if the problem isn't that you're lazy? What if your brain is actually designed to stop you from being disciplined? And once you understand why, you'll never look at self-control the same way again. Most people believe discipline is about willpower, that some people are simply born stronger, more focused, and more successful. But neuroscience tells a very different story. Imagine your brain as a machine built hundreds of thousands of years ago. Back then, survival, not success, was the only goal. Your ancestors didn't need six-pack abs. They didn't need to build businesses or study for exams. They needed to avoid danger, conserve energy, and find food before they starved. So your brain evolved with one simple mission: stay alive while using as little energy as possible. That's why sitting on the couch feels natural. That's why procrastination feels comfortable. That's why discipline feels painful. Your brain isn't trying to ruin your life. It's trying to save energy. But here's where things get even more interesting. Every time you choose comfort over effort, your brain rewards you. Not with money, not with success, with dopamine. Most people think dopamine is the pleasure chemical. It isn't. It's the chemical that teaches your brain what to repeat. When you grab your phone because you're bored, dopamine. When you eat junk food after a stressful day, dopamine. When you avoid a difficult task, believe it or not, dopamine. Your brain learns one dangerous lesson. Comfort keeps me safe. Now imagine doing that hundreds of times, day after day, year after year. Eventually, comfort becomes your default setting, and discipline starts feeling almost impossible. But here's the twist almost nobody talks about. Your brain doesn't hate hard work. It hates uncertainty. Think about the first day at a new gym. Everything feels awkward. You don't know what you're doing. Your brain sees uncertainty as risk. Risk means danger. Danger means avoid it. But something incredible happens if you keep showing up. The workout doesn't become easier. Your brain changes. Scientists call this neuroplasticity. Every repeated action strengthens specific neural pathways. The more often you choose discipline, the less resistance your brain creates. That's why successful people don't magically have more motivation. Their brains simply expect disciplined behavior. For them, skipping a workout feels strange. Reading every morning feels normal. Working on difficult tasks feels automatic. Not because they're special, because repetition rewired their brains. Now think about riding a bicycle. The first few days were terrifying. You fell, you failed, you wanted to quit. But eventually, you stopped thinking. Your brain took over. Discipline works exactly the same way. At first, it demands effort. Later, it becomes identity. And identity is far stronger than motivation. Here's a simple experiment. Tomorrow morning, don't try to become a completely different person. Don't promise yourself you'll wake up at 5 a.m., meditate for an hour, run 10 miles, read 50 pages, and build a business before breakfast. Your brain will see that as a threat. Instead, do one action that's almost too easy to fail. One push-up, 1 page, 5 minutes of focused work. One healthy meal. It sounds ridiculously small. That's exactly why it works. Because every small win sends your brain a new message. This is who I am now. And once your identity begins to change, your habits start following automatically. Most people wait until they feel motivated before taking action. But motivation is unpredictable. Some days it's there, most days it isn't. Discipline works in reverse. Action comes first. Motivation comes second. The people you admire aren't disciplined because life is easier for them. They're disciplined because they've trained their brains to stop negotiating with themselves. Every decision is like casting a vote. Skip today's workout, you're voting to become someone who quits. Finish today's workout, you're voting to become someone who keeps promises. Your future isn't built by one massive decision. It's built by thousands of invisible votes that nobody sees. So the next time discipline feels hard, remember this. That resistance isn't proof you're weak. It's proof you're fighting millions of years of programming. And every single time you choose action over comfort, you're not just changing your habits, you're changing your brain. Because the greatest battle you'll ever fight isn't against the world. It's against the version of yourself that always chooses what's easy. And the person you become tomorrow is decided by the choice you make today.